Hello guys, I am back with the new video. Hope you all doing well. Before we going to see the video, please show your love by hitting a subscribe button. In this video, we're going to see about the Kim Jong Un's secret pleasure squad. This disgusting practice that's been followed from generation to generation of North Korean leaders. They call it their pleasure squad. What is pleasure squad? Pleasure squad is a secret adult fun entertainers must satisfy dictators and higher officials. It was first created by his Kim Jong Un's grandfather. Pleasure squad girls are always stayed in a secure luxury compound with high walls, and those girls are always kept in ultra-protected palaces by Kim Jong Un. Nearly every year 2,000 strong girls is selected for sing and dance for the nation's elite. And those girls are also take part in bizarre adult games and orgies. In fact, that some members of the pleasure squad are said to have been as young as 13. Those girls are taken directly out of school into sex work for the dictator. Defectors from North Korea even say the girls have to undergo invasive medical examinations to prove they are virgins before they can join to the pleasure squad. Here's the disturbing story of how the pleasure squad was founded and was brought back on the orders of Kim Jong Un. The pleasure squad was introduced by North Korea's founder Kim Il-sung, who is still considered the country's eternal president, despite he was dying in 1994. In the late 1970s, at the height of his power, he sent out his officials to search the most attractive young women and girls to act as singers and dancers in his troupe. Some of them also began working as maids, but the most of the sexually attractive were ordered to become comfort women for powerful officials. As per the record, many were aged around 13 and 14 only. Kim Il-sung targeted virgins specifically because he believed sharing the bed with them was allowed him to feeling young and energetic. Authorities would tell the girls' parents their daughters were being taken on an important mission to serve Kim Il-sung, and they had no say in the matter. The girls would then be kept in party leaders' mansions, and were expected to do whatever they were told. Then after, officers in the North Korean military often took those pleasure squad women as wives after they were retired from their sexual duties in their 20s. Once they are taken into the pleasure squad, girls are then sorted into different units. Some are expected to sing and dance, while others primarily give massages, and are sometimes even sent overseas for their training. But a third strand of the pleasure squad girls was to providing adult services to the dictator and higher officials. After Kim Il-sung's death, his son, Kim Jong-il, maintained the pleasure squad. And other members of the Kim dynasty were said to exploit the girls too. A man named called Kenji Fujimoto, a sushi chef who worked for the Kims between 1989 and 2001, claimed that Kim Jong-il's brother, Jang Song-thaek, would audition girls for the dictator during his reign. Chef Fujimoto told if they were singers, they would sing right there. Chef Fujimoto told there would be separate auditions for dancers. The panel would ask them to raise their legs and all that. The cook said in order to enter the auditions, the girls would have to have bed companion with Jang Song-thaek first. But later Jang Song-thaek was ultimately executed by firing squad on the orders of his nephew, Kim Jong-un, because he was a perceived threat to the despot's authority. Pleasure squad adult parties and hair shaving. Only a few details of the pleasure squad's activities has been made known to anyone outside North Korea's cloistered communist regime. In 2010, a woman known as Mi Hyang defected to South Korea, claiming to have been in Kim Il-sung's pleasure squad for 2 years. She said she was recruited at age 15 while in a school. She said, "They inspected all the female students including me, and they made a detailed record of my family history and school record. I was asked by the officers whether I ever slept with a boy. I felt so ashamed to hear such a question."
She also mentioned that pleasure squad had the parties every day that included
drinking and dancing, but usually ended with erotic games. A favorite was a game in which the losers had to take off clothes one by one. It was enforced, regardless of men or women. If they got heavily drunk, they also played a hair-shaving game. If men lost, part of their head hair was shaved, as if it was mown. For women, their pubic hair was shaved. He added that some parties were solely devoted to sex when Kim was in a particularly good mood. Kim Jong Un was trust no one in his father's administration, including the women and girls of the pleasure squad. The women who entertained his father knew many secrets, and they have now been ordered to promise not to reveal any information before being sent back to their hometowns. Each of the women was thought to have been given payoffs of around $4,000, which is a staggeringly large amount of cash in poverty-riddled North Korea. They were also given electrical appliances to buy their discretion. For 4 years, the pleasure squad was completely discontinued. But then in 2015, reports emerged in South Korea that Kim Jong Un was on the hunt to recruit new girls and women for a pleasure squad entirely of his own. Thanks for watching the video and keep support us. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you all.